The main producer of the Tekken series, Katsuhiro Harada, is like the father of Tekken. He's been making the Tekken series for 24 years, from 1994's Tekken to the latest Tekken series, Tekken 7 Fated Retribution. He learned martial arts like Judo, Karate, and Taekwondo. His career associated with Tekken is this much. He's famous for his unique appearance and jolliness. News about Tekken is mostly released through conventions, Harada's interview, and his Twitter. He is also famous for being college friends with the former director of the Dead or Alive series, Tomonobu Itagaki. He's also friends with Yoshinori Ono, who's the executive producer of the Street Fighter series. The two first met at the Tokyo Game Show 2000. After Ono became the executive producer, he kept mentioning about a crossover of Street Fighter and Tekken. And so in 2012, Street Fighter Cross Tekken was released. Harada is also famous for being a big fan of the Idolmaster. Getting back to Tekken, Harada even voice acted two of the most popular Tekken characters himself. The characters that Harada voice acted are Marshall and Forest Law till Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, Yoshimitsu till Tekken Tag Tournament and Kunimitsu in the first Tekken. There are many fun behind stories of each characters, and I'm going to talk about them now. First, the original Tekken. The stop bosses in the first Tekken had many problems because they were mostly the recycled versions of the original characters. Among them, Prototype Jack's design was a complete disaster. He looks like a damn Tin Man and the screws on his face look like tear stains. Jack, on the other hand, started to become larger, and by the time of his 6th model, Jack 6, has reached more than 200 kilos. Kuma's a male and Panda's a female, so it is said that Kuma has a crush on Panda. However, Panda was based on Kuma, so Heihachi's Headbutt Carnival, which only can be used against male characters, can be used against her. Kuma's unblockable attack, Fatal Winds, is one of the most bizarre moves in the history of video games. The name Yoshimitsu is like a title that is given to the leader of the Manji clan, and Yoshimitsu in the Tekken series is a descendant of Yoshimitsu in the Soul Calibur. Like his nickname, Space Ninja, he exhales poison breath, can camouflage, teleport, run at high speed, and can even fly. His default costume changes for every game. Now he looks totally inhuman just like Namco wanted him to be. The reason Marshall could establish his own dojo after the events of Tekken 1 is because Marshall picked up the money that Yoshimitsu and his fellow Manji clan members threw away, which Yoshimitsu stole from Ganryu in Yoshimitsu's Tekken 1 ending. Yoshimitsu's unblockable attack, Hirakiri, literally means suicide, is used when you want to insult your opponent. Since Tekken 4, your opponent's health meter reduces first in double knockouts, so something like this actually happens in game tournaments. Also, Yoshimitsu was one of the first characters in the Tekken series to actually speak. Besides Yoshimitsu, the ancient ogre is also one of the first characters to speak in the series. The unknown language spoken by ogre in his wind poses in Tekken 3 are actually Japanese lines reversed. Even monkeys fall from trees, which literally means that anyone can make a mistake. Actually, many people who had played Tekken 3, including myself, thought that Ogre absorbed Heihachi to turn into his true form because Ogre absorbs Heihachi or Jin Kazama and transforms to True Ogre in the cutscene. But if that's the case, it is impossible to sustain the storyline, so I think it doesn't mean that much. True Ogre's right Viper arm had only one head in Tekken 3, but in illustrations and the intro scene of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, it was 8, and in-game it was 5. The ogre's blood, which was considered very important in Tekken 3 and 4, has now faded from people's memory. Many people speculated that it is Jun's head that Ogre is holding in Tekken 3 intro, but Harada said like over 50 times that it isn't Jun's head. Also, according to Harada, Jun is not dead, just missing, but she hasn't appeared in the series except Tekken Tag Tournament, which is only a non-canon spin-off game. Maybe it's just a plausible excuse for the time when Jun reappears in the series. In the case of Jun in the tag tournament, it looks like there is a connection between her and the devil Jean when she's in her evil alter ego, Unknown, but it's not clear if it'll turn out to be true, because like I said, it's only a spin-off game. Unknown was obviously Jun Kazama in Tekken Tag Tournament, but there's also a concept art of her wearing a schoolgirl outfit because she was originally meant to be Jun Kazama's younger cousin, or Jun Kazama's younger sister Hitomi. There's an interesting story about her name Jun. The time when Tekken 2 was being developed, the name Jun was originally meant to be given to a new Japanese detective character. However, as they talked while developing, there were suggestions that they should add a female character for beginners in the game, and so that was how an eco-friendly fighter, Jun Kazama, was made. And the Japanese police detective became Hong Kong's international super police, Lei Wulong. By the way, during Jun's creation, one of the candidates' first name was Junya Kazama, named after Jun and Kazuya. Ling Xiaoyu first appeared in Tekken 3 at an early age of 16. She kept her cuteness as a schoolgirl until Tekken 7, but in Tekken 7 Fated Retribution, she's now a sexy, mature woman. Lily also appeared at the age of 16 in Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. She is the youngest character to enter the tournament following Ling Xiaoyu. Because of Namco's ridiculous taste in humor, Lily has a crush on Ganryu for having bushy eyebrows like her father. But Ganryu isn't interested in her, he even hates her. Ganryu is one of the top-notch joke characters in Tekken, so he doesn't have one serious ending scene except the one in Tekken 2. He transformed into Devil Ganryu by the power of Azazel's orb in Tekken 6, but he looks rather ridiculous. According to Harada's Twitter, Dragunov's name is based on the two Russian rifle designers, Sergei Semenov and Yevgeny Dragunov, the latter of which designed the sniper rifle SVD Dragunov. And Dragunov is not based on a real person. He's designed as a negative character, opposite to Lily, who's the positive one. The roar the king makes when he does his moves is from a device underneath his mask. His face underneath the mask obviously hasn't been revealed, but you can see the lower part of the first king's face and his hairstyle in Tekken 1 intro. And you can see that the second king has long dark curly hair in his Tekken 4 default costume. The reason why Armor King's left eye is red is because his rival king made a mistake and damaged it during a match. The second Armor King colored his eye to imitate his brother, the first Armor King. It is actually Roger Jr.'s mother that fights while Roger Jr. stays in his mother's pouch. Alex is created by splicing Roger's genes to those of a dinosaur harvested from a fossil. It is non-canon, but in Steve's Tekken Tag Tournament 2 ending, Steve's codename was Subject NT01 when he was a test subject. The person in charge of the experiment was Leo Cleason's mother, Emma Cleason. Steve thinks well of Nina after finding out that she is his mother. However, Nina seems to hate Steve as much as she hates her sister Anna. Steve was originally given the name Dean Earwicker. This was changed after a substantial amount of negative feedback from fans. You can check this out in Tekken 4's Tekken 4 side game. Steve was actually meant to be introduced in Tekken 3, but appeared since Tekken 4 due to technological problems. That's the same with Christy Montero. In the beginning, Namco wanted to have a female capoeirist, but they felt unsure and created Eddie Gordo instead in Tekken 3. Many beginners played as Eddie and pressed kick buttons randomly in Tekken 3. According to Fujimoto, one of the staff members of Tekken 3, Eddie and Hwoarang are actually recommended characters for beginners. Hwoarang is a rival of the protagonist of the series, and in Tekken 5, he was strong enough to defeat Jin Kazama, the strongest in the Tekken series. He never lost a battle besides Devil Jean and the South Korean military. He's mentally strong enough to resist transforming into a devil while holding Azazel's orb. However, he wears weird biker costumes with crop tops, and his default costume in Tekken 7 Fated Retribution. What's wrong with you, Harada? Wang Jinrei is the second oldest character at the age of 105. Feng Wei was designed by Keisuke Itagaki, a Japanese manga artist best known for Grappler Baki. Lars' extra costume in Tekken 6 was designed by Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto. Lars was added in Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 as part of a crossover with the Naruto franchise. It looked just awesome to me, but the bullfighter suit that Miguel wore in Tekken 6 was criticized by Spanish fans because it's not suitable for a fighter. From Tekken Tag Tournament 2 onward, he wears something more normal. His name, Miguel Caballero Rojo. Caballero Rojo means Red Knight or Red Gentleman in Spanish, so it's kinda cool. A new character in the series, Shaheen, His name means Royal White Falcon in Persian. He was created with help from a Saudi Arabian student studying in Japan to prevent offense to the Arab community. Josie Rizal's name is inspired by the Filipino national hero, Jose Rizal. Lucky Chloe has received many criticism by fans due to her appearance and personality. You can see why.
Are you ready? See you next time. Bye.
Due to the negative feedback of the character in the West, her story states that North Americans hate her, referencing how she drew negative feedback primarily from the Western audience during her release. Lastly, the main antagonist of the series, Heihachi. He's the son of Jinpachi Mishima and the husband of Kazumi Mishima. He's the father of Kazuya Mishima and Lars Alexanderson, adoptive father of Lee Chaolan, and grandfather of Jin Kazama. Anyway, the tiger's head design at the back of Heihachi's Karate Gi primary outfit is for the memory of his ex-wife Kazumi. Heihachi has been voiced by Daisuke Gori prior to his death on January 17, 2010 from Tekken 3 to Tekken 6. He's best known for his role as Mr. Satan in the Dragon Ball series. From Tekken Tag Tournament 2 and onwards, he's voiced by Unsho Ishizuka, who also took over the role as Mr. Satan since the death of Daisuke Gori. I don't need to explain much about how charming Heihachi is. He's famous for his signature hairstyle. Many fans parodied his hairstyle, and even people who don't know much about Tekken know Heihachi. Harada's favorite Tekken character is Heihachi Mishima, but sometimes he'll answer Ganryu or Lucky Chloe because they're the least popular characters in the series. He wears Heihachi's Tiger Gi whenever he has to wear Tekken character outfits. Harada even appeared in Soul Calibur 5 as a playable character. He fought in Mishima-style fighting karate, wearing Heihachi's Tiger Gi.